Get off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, iTunes, TuneIn, Spotify, T-Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Streaker, Spreaker, and more. Why so many places? Well, I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. That's why I don't talk about the headlines, have never in the past 711 consecutive weeks, because you can get headlines anywhere and everywhere, and I promise you will probably catch a case of the 4 A's. Angry, aggravated, anxious, and afraid. I don't want any of that. I want you to feel amazing in the morning. That's why I have this show now. So grateful that I've lasted more than a year. They said if I didn't talk about headlines, politics, or anything like that, I wouldn't last. But so glad they're wrong. And 4.2 million impressions later on this YouTube TV channel. I'm still going, and I'm still here to anchor all of that happiness for you. And I have topics and guests and co-hosts and series to that end. Today is no exception. She's back. You remember her? She was here a couple weeks ago, maybe. I'm trying to think.
Or a week ago?
It was only a week ago? Wow, that is yeah. So she's a healer, and sonic healer, energy healer. She transformed her own childhood trauma into a path of inner healing. And that's what we talked about the first time she was on, through self-care, emotional awareness, and guidance from John Amaral. Mm-hmm. Yes, she rediscovered her true self. She now helps others begin their own journeys toward emotional freedom and wholeness. And after the interview, we were chatting in the green room, and she started working on me. And I'm like, wait, stop. This is what I want you to do on the show. So she's agreed to come back. And so this is going to be your chance to watch her in action with me. And I think I shared last time that I'm kind of a reluctant woo-woo. So I'm putting all my reluctance aside today and being very open to her expertise. And I really, really want to learn. And I'm sure you're going to have a great time watching me be whatever. The
subject.
Okay, and I'm seeing a comment. You're on YouTube, not correct, small audio. Okay, well, it says right here that I am connected on YouTube Live. So it says YouTube vertical. So hopefully if you refresh, maybe I'm not sure who this is, but thank you for the feedback. I'm always happy to have someone real time letting me know what's going on. So without further ado, welcome back to the studio, Shannon Grace. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. So much fun. You're so much fun, Marissa.
Thank you. That's what I'm going for. So
right.
Now,
make everybody happy and smile and laugh.
Thank you. And we start every show with breakfast. Y'all know what that means. Top of the button. What are you grateful for that's outside of yourself? And then bottom of the button, what I want you to do before you go to bed tonight. What do you like about yourself? So gratitude turned inwards. Would love to have that be a participative activity. So those of you see eyeballs rolling in, come and play with us. Have breakfast with us. So top of the bun, what am I grateful for? I am grateful that I hashtag accidentally, not accidentally. That's the way my life works. I just, what now, brown cow? And I set an intention, and my highlights did not come out the way that I wanted to last time. And those of you who thought I was a natural blonde, haha. So I accidentally found someone who used to do hair, and so she's going to come and take a crack at making me more my natural blonde. But that's what I'm grateful for this morning. Shannon, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for a lot of things this time of year. Let's just say my strength. I have just now realized how strong I actually am, and to feel that, know it, and know that nothing else can harm me because my soul and my spirit you cannot puncture. Just having that sense of strength and knowing I'll be fine throughout anything in life. I'm just so grateful to have found that part of me.
Great. And that is the bottom of the bun, which is what I like about myself. So you can
I always get this wrong. I'm like,
it's not wrong. You're just ahead of me. That is so funny. But I mean, that's good. It's a good modeling that you have no issue doing that, because a lot of people do. They are brought up being told, don't toot your own horn. You're not all that. I was told that you're fat, you're ugly, you're clumsy every single day that I grew up. So it's really good that you have that kind of pre-wired.
No, I just wired it recently. It wasn't pre-wired. Same with you. Like it wasn't given to me as a child, so I had to find it myself later in life.
Right. And she applies the gratitude inward right away, which is great. I'm gonna say one more gratitude on the outside, which is I'm grateful that I came out of retirement for the Agape International Choir, which I sang with for a dozen years, and then retired to take time to do great, became a filmmaker with the extra time, became a stand-up comic with the extra time. But I came back to sing at my big brother's nudging for the 39th anniversary of Agape International Spiritual Center, where I get my positive roots watered and my peace of mind fertilized. And then I had such a good time on stage. Thank you for all the lovely messages. Great seeing you back on the choir singing. So I decided to go back for Christmas Eve. So I'm doing all kinds of rehearsals for that. And this choir in particular, I've gotten to sing in the past with Shaka Khan because of the choir, Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Indie RE. I mean, that is such a blessing to be able to be singing on stage with that. And then my final gratitude, and I'm going to just let you do all the bottom of the bun. The final gratitude is
I don't know, Tommy.
I got a chance to be literally front row center, watching an iconic, timeless, ageless, brilliant musician, singer, Gladys Knight. And she's 81, and I raised my Diet Coke can to say thank you to her, and she saw it. She raised her microphone. I did not get that on tape. I was so shocked that she could see me.
Right.
That and here, after she said thank you. So then I had my camera ready, and just on the, how I flash piece with celebrities on the red carpet, or I make them do peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace, like I make everybody do. I went like this, and I caught it on tape. It's on my schedule Doc Balance on Instagram, Dr. Marissa everywhere else. And she went like this, smiled to me, and
Aw.
to have Gladys Knight.
Right. Acknowledge you.
Yeah, was like a huge moment in my life that I will forever be grateful for. So there you go. Now,
Wow.
bottom of the bun, Shannon Grace gave you a little hint of how to do that. What I'd like you to do is look inside yourself. It's a good life habit. It's a hashtag blissipline. It's
Mm.
weight training for
Yes.
good mental health, because if you can like yourself 88% of the time, as Shannon said before, it really doesn't matter what other people think. It
Mhm.
matters most what you think. And if you like yourself, if you're your own best friend instead of your worst enemy, you will have an amazing life. And you
Right.
don't need to look for love in all the wrong places, because if you're looking for likes like the Gen Zs do on social media, you're gonna be disappointed, because if you're liked one day, you could be hated the next day. That's how social media works. It just absolutely blows my mind
Yeah.
how people think they have the right to criticize,
Mhm.
or I'm going through this right now on a particular post with Gladys Knight. I get like hundreds of wonderful, I know people are watching, but this I have like, I want to say like 10,000 views on this particular post that I put on there. And most, like 97% of the posts are, wow, she's
Right.
amazing. She's beautiful. She's wonderful. And then I don't know why people feel the need to say something mean. I
Mhm.
just don't understand it.
Right.
Unfortunately, it is part of the downside of putting stuff on there. But yes, it was an unforgettable moment. And I'm so, that's the kind of comment that obviously I enjoy. And I'm so glad that I can share that. And people are just like, wow, wow, wow. And then someone's got to say, she looks tired, or,
Oh,
oh
so
my
they're commenting on
God, she looks horrible, or what happened to her face. I mean, it's just like, I
she's
want
in
to
her 80s. What do you expect?
She's 81.
Yeah.
And then this other one, which I'm just fighting myself to not comment. I did
Right.
comment once, and just because the insinuation was someone was forcing her to perform, she should be allowed to retire. People are making money off her. I mean, it's just this, unless you have interviewed her, talked to her, you are her confidant and
Right.
know this for a fact,
Just an assumption.
please.
Nobody
Uh,
is forcing Gladys Knight to do anything she
please.
doesn't want to do. Like,
I mean,
really?
is there, if that's, and I'm gonna reach out, I'm gonna ask her. I'm just tired of, because then that post, because I then commented by putting another post up, and it's so difficult. So now it's like you got to take sides, and you're commenting on things you don't know.
Right.
And
Well,
it's
people, they're so miserable inside, and this is their chance to project their misery onto somebody else. But they're able to, because it's just like in the car too. They bully you in the car and road rage. But as soon as you get them in person, they're so nice to you. So they can
uh
hide behind the screen and troll and feel better about themselves, but really they don't feel better. They just it's a spontaneous like dopamine hit. Ha ha, I'm gonna make you feel as bad as I feel inside. And
yeah,
then
and I
it's
have
just
to,
gonna
and
make
I
you
let me
feel.
back up though. The person who first posted that, I know that she was well-meaning. Like, I really think
Oh,
that
really?
yeah, I think not the one who said she's ugly or she's
Oh,
tired.
okay. I was like, wow, that's a new
No.
perspective.
Oh, no, no, no. The one that said, she should be allowed to retire.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Yeah,
it was
totally.
well-meaning,
Yes,
but
I
it
agree.
has an assumption and I straight messaged her and I didn't. Like I wrote it and then I didn't send it because I
Right.
don't want I have to practice what I teach. My Happy 88 challenge a couple weeks ago was do not respond.
But it's hard because your instinct is to like to defend her. And you're like, but what's the point? What's the point of telling that person? Because they're probably not going to believe you anyway.
And
They have
then
their own
people are
thoughts and
jumping
beliefs.
on the bandwagon, and it's just like, But anyways, there's my vent. It is anti-productive for my show in the sense that, no, that's not true. I'm using you as a vent partner right now.
Yeah.
And that means that I cannot talk about this again unless something different happens. That's what I preach.
Right.
However, I just included y'all in the vent, which
But
is
we all
not
need to vent
productive.
sometimes. So
Yeah, but not. I shouldn't have done it. I'm going to shit on myself. I shouldn't have done it like live. I should have done it backstage. But oh well. I am 88% perfect, and 12% of the time I step in it. I just stepped in it. However,
80% is a big percentage. So, and I thought of a top of the bun. So I'm going to flip it.
okay,
Okay.
yeah,
This. I made moon water last night. I put my crystals around it. I set it in my windowsill. I spoke the nicest words to my water: love, joy, confidence, abundance, gratitude, all the nice words. I put it out in my window and made moon water and gratitude water. And so I'm going to drink it today, imagining it cleansing every cell in my body and putting all the good words that I infused into this water. So I'm going to enjoy this water today and just like feel the love. That's my top of the bun.
cool. If you're a reluctant woo-woo, that was probably over the top for you, but that's okay.
This is my normal every day.
It's funny you should mention that. I'm taking vocal lessons for the first time in my life, and my coach is Brenda Lee Yeager. She's a 2-time gold record musician, and she's lovely, and she blessed her water yesterday.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I guess that's a thing. Although I've always believed the Yamamoto water experiments, where the crystals look different depending on what you're saying around the water, and we are made up mostly of water. And I do believe that our belief systems affect how we feel.
Yes.
And that's definitely what I teach. So good for you. I'm gonna start trying that. I don't have any water. I have to run during the break to go get some. But anyways, does it work with carbonated water? Because I love carbonated water.
Yeah, I think it's with any type of water, because water holds memory. And so when you speak things into water, you can even do it with your tea, with your juice, because it has water in it. And I recently went to a water movie where they play certain frequencies and then it changes the water droplet into different geometric shapes. And so Paul Edge, who studies water, he was like, I love Iwamoto and his studying, but he was like, what I found was it's the intention behind the word. So it's not just the word, it's what you feel, the emotion you're feeling behind it, because they studied some rap words from famous rappers. And some of the really dark words actually came as love, because it's like their intention behind what they were saying. And so, so it's your intention behind it. And it holds memory. And so when you drink it and you infuse all of these loving words and thoughts, it goes into your body and into every cell of your being. So they're starting to study this stuff more, make it less woo-woo. But water is, very powerful healer.
Cool.
It's female too, by the way.
Of course.
Of course.
I'm gonna get an argument there.
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna end the breakfast with bottom of the bun for me. This is something I want y'all to do before you go to bed tonight. What do you like? Fall asleep with what you like about yourself. I like that I can be open to things that I may not necessarily automatically believe, but I have become more open-minded the older I get. I mean, I don't get old. Hashtag ageless. That I'm not going to change my mind about. But I appreciate my ability to expand my thinking. If you can't learn, I interviewed a lot of global thought leaders. I have one show that won awards with Michael Bernard Beckwith, Neil Donald Walsh, New York Times bestselling author of Conversations with God, Bishop Carlton Pearson, Bob Proctor. I just had a chat with Jack Canfield. He's coming on the show. So all of these people have one thing in common. They love to learn.
Yes.
They love to broaden what they believe. So there you go. That is a good quality that I embrace. I know Shannon embraces, and I hope that all of you embrace it too. And the easiest way to do that is next time someone says something that you disagree with, instead of speaking back what you believe, is just say,
Right.
that's interesting. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. I'm here every weekday morning to start the show this way. So come on and join me. And I promise that if you have this good life habit, you will sandwich your day in the most positive way. Thanks for joining us for breakfast. And now for the topic of the day. Energy healing on Dr. Marissa, who is going to lay down on her own couch to be worked on by energy sonic healer Shannon Grace.
Somatic energy healer.
Sorry, what did I say?
Don't take sonic. It sounds cool.
I'm thinking a Sonic Hedgehog, I guess. Somatic energy healer. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But it sounds good. It does sound good.
It did. I'm like,
well,
okay,
I think it's the sound waves. You mentioned sound waves, right? Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm coming to you, and how we started was I'm having shoulder pain,
Right.
and can I tell you all the places or one at a time?
You can tell me all the places.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have been active my entire life. I love movement. I love sailboat racing has been my passion for 34 years. Very physical.
Yeah.
I
Very physical.
I did gymnastics as a kid, and then had a horrific accident on the trampoline. The spotters, instead of breaking my fall, went because I went off the sweet spot. So I landed on my foot, my right foot, so shattered that ankle, and the growth plate was broken. They said maybe you're going to limp for the rest of your, or one leg's going to be longer than the other, but miracles happen. I didn't need surgery, came back together. However, I still have like my legs are not perfectly aligned. Like if my knees are pointed straight, my right toe kind of goes to the right. All right. So there's a little bit of, when I know when it's going to rain, and it kind of aches my whole life in that right ankle.
Wow.
And then I had my appendix out on my 18th birthday in China. Everybody had food poisoning. Everybody got better except me. I had a chronic, because of the infection on my right side, I had a protein cord grow and attach to the left side. And so therefore I had pain all across. So it was difficult to diagnose, but I was in China visiting, and they had no hospital. They were afraid to fly me to Hong Kong. I was 18. And so they ended up in this little old folks, you hit the light and the light would go off and on. And the doctor looked at my dad and said, we have to operate before 7 p.m. And he said, why? And he says, that's when the mosquitoes set in. So I promptly fainted and then woke up. They only did local anesthesia. So I felt everything when they did that. So then fast
Wait, this was
forward.
for your appendix?
Yes. This was for my appendix when I was 18. Fast forward, 1996, I get they find a blood clot, and then a piece broke off, and I had a pulmonary embolism. And then in 2012, I had a hip replaced, and then in 2022, I had 2020, I had the second hips replaced. No genetic factor. The only thing close is the activity. I was on the tennis team. Also, I did 8 years of modeling, and I walked on the runway unnaturally in high heels. That's the only thing I can think of. So hips don't lie.
Yeah.
Hip hip hooray. I had both of them replaced.
Both replaced.
Yes. And
Wow.
then the
What age
last
were you?
thing was June. Went in for a regular medical, and they found 2 more clots. So I'm now on blood thinner for life, and the world tour of 7 months of Africa, Canada, Ireland, Hawaii, Shanghai, and Taiwan over and grounded, cannot fly without risk now. So that's all the stuff that's happened, right? So as a healer, so you're healing physical. And my shoulders have also, which I don't know is, age, they tell me, and use and all of that. Both shoulders have had like that achy, hurting. Cortisone shots do help. So I've had my second round just recently.
Okay.
And then trigger finger, I don't know if you know that. It's my middle right finger. Yes.
Using it too much in the car.
And that's it. Those are all the things that have affected my body, my mind. Y'all know. Hi, Jennifer Norman. She's saying hi, Shannon.
Hi.
So is she the? Is she?
She has her. I've been on her podcast.
I was gonna. I have great memory, but my recall sucks.
Yeah.
So her name looked familiar.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that you're here. You get to see both of your guests in action together. This is like a merry-go-round of podcasting, I think.
It's a small community.
Yes, but we all love Juan is our connection, I think.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So emotionally, I think my book chronicles the story. My mom, well-meaning, more mean than well, advanced tiger mom on narcissist. She did the best that she really could.
Yes.
But there was physical and fat, ugly, and clumsy, I guess would qualify as emotional. And many of us, the 7 out of 10 of us who've had childhood trauma, pick mates that resemble. So we talked about this before. You also had that experience. And so a very almost $3 million divorce. So that was painful. And
I feel a pain of that.
and the judge said, well, you wanted equal rights, which was his.
That's just wow, so another blow.
So there, how that was like 8 minutes intense. I want the full healing. I'm going to shut up now, and you are going to heal all of that in 28 minutes.
How's that? Okay.
Yeah, no, you can do it.
No pressure.
No pressure at all. And sort of, I have to take a break in about a minute. So just so you know that, and then we'll be right back for the rest of it.
Okay. So I'm going to start off by saying our souls have a contract before we incarnate, with our parents, with the people who come into our lives, even as small as somebody walking down the street, a stranger, and smiling at you and making you feel good for that moment. We have soul contracts with pretty much everyone we come in contact with. And so remembering, okay, there's a reason why all of this happened. I had this mom, I had this dad, I had this conditioning, this upbringing. Just kind of let you wrap your head around, okay, my soul bit off a lot, and okay, I'm here and let's do this. And so a lot of times physical ailments are emotionally connected. And so if you go back to that space and time of when you smashed your ankle, when you had your appendix out, it'll be correlated to something that was happening to you at the time emotionally. And so that energy goes into that spot because you weren't able to process the emotions, and it comes up as physical pain, because emotional pain is so intense that we cannot process those emotions at the time. So that energy has to go somewhere, and it goes into your shoulder, your ankle, your appendix. And if we don't deal with that emotion, then it comes, and then it just gets louder and louder, more painful and more painful. And so what Spirit says, and this is not John Amaral's, some of it's intertwined because I have many teachers. It's not only him, but I have spiritual teachers as well. And so spiritually, they say, when you tap into your higher self, you go under hypnosis, past life regressions, your higher self, which is a piece of your soul, will say these physical ailments are here to tell you, to remind you that you're in a body, and this is an emotional component coming off as physical pain, but it's to heal that part. And so the physical part will go away once you heal the emotional part. And so today I can't help you with all of the ailments. We only have a certain amount of time, but we all do, Dr. Marissa. We all have stuff going on. So you're not unusual of like, you have all this stuff. So many people come into me hobbling, like my back and this and this and this and this. I'm like, okay, let's just narrow it down to, sometimes we are disconnected from the infinite field and the soul field. And so those are the two highest fields in our biofield, in our aura. Infinite is furthest away, and it's our connection to source. It's our connection to the one. The one is everything. And I tend to go there naturally. I disconnect from my body and go there because it's like, I feel relief not being in this body because my body has been abused so many times. I had a similar upbringing as you. Big mother wound, who abused me physically, emotionally, told me the same thing. You're ugly, you're stupid, you're never going to amount to anything. You're going to sell oranges on the side of the highway. That's who you're going to be. Yeah. As a little kid, and you're like, you're my mom.
Right.
And so I've had to rewire and undo a lot, but it's going to be a lifetime struggle. I mean, I'm always going to be working on that wound. And then my dad is a completely different wound. I have frozen shoulder as well. How about that?
Wow.
My left side, which is female mother. Divine.
Interesting. And I think those will probably, the shoulders might be what we can focus on when we come back. I have to take a quick break for news, weather, traffic on this NBC News radio channel, KCAA, AM 1050, FM 106.5, streaming everywhere. This is the station ID and a word from our sponsor. Don't go away. We'll be right back in 2 and 2, as Chuck Wooler used to say, but I say peace in, peace out. It won't be that long. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Somatic Healing on Me by Shannon Grace.
Welcome to Balanced Tai Chi Gong. My name is Dr. Marissa Pei. For the next 28 minutes, we will be slow dancing with the universe in a moving meditation that promotes inner peace, one breath at a time. Just follow the sound of my voice and move with me as I guide you through this ancient wisdom through New Thought practice. As a corporate psychologist, I created this practice in response to my life and those of my clients. We were professional, high achievement-oriented, multitasking control freaks and exhausted. No matter how many successes, it was never enough. That, coupled with a painful life experience, led me on a quest to find another way to live and back to my Chinese roots. If you practice regularly, I can promise you that it will impact all health vortexes, body, mind, spirit, soul. You will be in a place of balance and inner peace the way we were created. 谢谢.
Be my partner, dance with me.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course, my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe, give me the finger, this one, not the other one, you will get access and an alert every weekday morning to tune in to this show. That helps you feel amazing instead of giving you the 4 A's, which the headlines do, whatever medium you're getting them on, TV, radio, or post. So you know where to come if you really want to learn something new. And what we're learning about this morning is somatic energy healing. Soma, I think, is a Latin word. Yeah.
It's Greek for body.
Greek for body. See, I learned something new again. Her name is Shannon Grace. You've seen her here last week. We heard what she did, and now we are seeing how she does it, specifically on your favorite host this morning. So Shannon, I got the entire workup or the work down of all the ailments I've had, mind, body, spirits. Well, we didn't talk about spirit and soul, but maybe we can.
I was heading there before the break.
Yeah. So just sit back, and if you have any questions for her specifically, please do use the chat. Unless you are tuned in on my AM drive time slot, don't do it while you're driving. Wait till you get somewhere safe. Welcome back, Shannon.
Thank you. So where did we leave off? I think I was talking about the infinite field.
Yes.
It's that connection to one, to source, whatever you want to call it. You can call it God, the divine,
love,
right?
Sure.
And so remembering we came from there, and then the other piece of the field is closer to you. It's the soul field, and it's your connection to your soul. And so sometimes we forget that we are a soul, we are a light being, we're just having a human experience, and feeling that connection to your soul, knowing no matter what happens in life, that our soul cannot be damaged. It cannot, like nothing that happens that people tell us or even abuse us, our soul cannot be affected. And so knowing you are that light being at the end of the day, we're all going to go back into that form of light, and we're going to go back to oneness, to source, to the infinite. I call it going home. We go home. We're just having pretty much, this is like a dream. It's a play, and we have this costume in this body that we chose, our parents, where we're going to live, what we looked like, our family lineage, but it's just a costume for this time and space. And so
I'm going to put the moose on the table, and which is my Canadian version about talking about the elephant in the room,
right?
Which is, people will say, I would have never chosen to look like this, or I would have never chosen to have a mom like that.
Right.
So what do you say to that?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. You same with me. And I'm like, I was in victim mode. Why did I would go to other people's families and I'm like, what? They have the most beautiful mom and dad that care about them. And, why did I never wanted to be at my house. I wanted a different mom. I wanted a different dad, and grew up thinking, why me? Now at this point of time, like, I see my soul for whatever reason. Sometimes we won't know until we go back home, but I'm seeing the gifts and I'm seeing the silver lining of why I went through what I went through, because it wouldn't have made me the person today. Maybe I would have been an a-hole if I had these parents who put me on a pedestal and they're like, you're so great and you're so beautiful and you're so smart. Maybe I would have been a nightmare. I guess I was meant to be broken down at that time as a child to build myself up as a healer to actually help people. So my soul's purpose needed that.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't pleasant, and I would never wish it upon anybody else. But for me, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see at this time why it happened and who it made me become. So, and who are we to judge? We're not here to judge.
Yeah.
God, of course, is here to judge. But
so I'm just gonna make this because we're kind of getting off my time, the attention on me.
Okay.
And we did deal with this with the last interview. So I'm just gonna sum it up by saying it's a choice. There's no proof either way, whether this is true or not, because there isn't any empirical proof of it, but it is a choice. You can either spend the rest of your life being angry about it, or you can choose a different belief system, as Shannon has, as I have, to see the same situation in a way that makes me feel better. So that's a choice.
It's a choice.
So it's totally up to you. Okay.
Right.
So now, shoulder pain.
Yep, shoulder pain. So also in the spiritual realm, I want to mention time is an illusion, they say. And so past, present, and future are all happening at the same time. We cannot wrap our head around it because our brains are not as evolved. But what they say is you can go back to that time and space and heal yourself as a child. And it'll carry over into now and the present and into the future. And so let's tap into your shoulder at this time. It's your left shoulder. You're having frozen shoulder, which is inflammation in the socket, and it causes pain for you to move it, and it alters your life. You can't really use your shoulder. And so left typically means divine feminine, so mother, your mother wound. In this shoulder, it is heart chakra. So something to do with in your heart that was wounded from your mother, it shows up later in life.
If it's not one thing, it's your mother.
And we're both mothers who are like, you know what? We probably did stuff or messed up our kids in some way. They're going to be in therapy right now.
Of course, everybody. Yeah, our only job is to do a little better than our parents did. But I did give them money for therapy.
You're like, it's in my will. Here, go to therapy, go to psychotherapy, whatever you need. Because we're going to mess up our children too, because we only had the tools we had in our tool belt to help them. So, okay. So let's tap into your shoulder and send it some love. And so what we're going to do is you're going to take your hands and you're going to hold it. Take your hands and put it on your left shoulder.
Both hands?
Whatever you want, both hands or one hand. So we're just going to bring somatic awareness to that part of your body. And so what is it on a pain level of 0 to 10, 10 being the worst? What is it right now?
Like a 4.
Okay. So in my mind, I'm just picture like a 4 pain. Sometimes I actually feel it in my body. And I see red inflammation. I see the socket just stuck when you try to move it. But it's manageable. 4 is pretty manageable. And so
yesterday it was like a 8.
Oh, wow.
And it was like a flash, a flare of pain every, like 10 seconds. And then a dull ache, sharp pain, dull ache, sharp pain. It was really bad.
I was having that yesterday in my left hip. How weird. Yeah, that sharp pain and dull pain, and then it would flee, and then it would come back a couple times a day. Okay, so we're going to bring somatic awareness to your shoulder, and let's just bring some love. So feel the love in your body, though. Feel the love in your heart, and imagine that energy. And your heart chakra is green. Imagine a stream of green energy flowing into that part of your shoulder. And just imagine it swirling. Imagine the love penetrating into every cell of your body. And let's sit with that. And so does it have...
now my right shoulder's hurting from holding the left one.
Okay, so you can put your hand down and just send energy to it. So you don't have to touch it, but just imagine energy going to it.
Yeah.
And so when you imagine,
right shoulder mean?
Father.
Huh.
Okay. That's your masculine.
Okay.
I have both. Because I have both.
I do too. I have
but
both.
My left for my mother wound is much worse. The right gives me trouble too, but my left is more. So when you tap into your shoulder, is there a color that comes to mind? I know what you said last time. Let's see if it changed, or let's see if it's
I don't remember what I said last time. So.
I do. You said it was red.
Red. What did I say? It was red. Yeah. Okay. It's red.
Okay. And is there a shape?
Shape?
Yeah.
How do I kick people off of here? There's a shape. It's a square.
Last time you said it was triangle, so it's changed. So each day it'll be something different.
It could be because I'm thinking the person that's making a rude comment in the chat is a blockhead.
My first instinct is to ask what they say, but maybe I shouldn't ask.
No, don't. Let's see. Put user in a timeout. Oh, wait. I need to put the user in a ban. Go ahead.
You have the control, which is nice.
Yes.
Is there a taste associated with it?
Bitter.
Mm-hmm. When you describe it, do you feel like it's a part of you, or do you feel like it's separate?
Separate.
Yeah. So is it an it? Like it hurts. It feels like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you feel like it's not a part of you, there's a disassociation between your brain and your body. And so when you view it as something outside of you, it needs attunement. It's called attunement. So you need a connection between your brain and that part of your body. And so you're going to now think of it, okay, you're going to say, this is my shoulder hurts instead of it hurts. So you're going to make that connection to your brain. My shoulder hurts and I love my shoulder. So you're going to make that connection. And then we're going to bring in golden healing energy from divine. So imagine this golden stream of shimmering gold, beautiful energy from the divine source, which is pure love, going into that shoulder. And the pain is going to go down from a 4 to a 3 to a 2 to a 1 and to a 0. The healing energy from source is going to take this pain and transmute it. And imagine all the pain, the red, the square, the bitterness, just dissolving, falling away, going into the earth, and for Mother Gaia to cleanse, while this healing energy from source, this golden light, is wrapped around your shoulder. and taking away the pain. What's the first memory that comes up for you when you tap into your shoulder? Is there a memory?
Yeah. I was in Brazil, and I was at John of God's before he was arrested, when he was actually doing good things. And there was a picture on the wall, and it was, I get like, I'm sure it was Jesus, but I didn't see it as Jesus. I saw it as like a comforter, ally, how I see my God now, my UPS man, universal power source, who delivers every morning when I pray and meditate, as someone just like putting their arm around my shoulder and sort of as a half lean on me, half strengthening, supporting, I got you, you got this kind of thing. So I had that memory.
Oh, that's wonderful. Wow. You got this, and put their hands on your shoulder. So take that memory in space and time, and knowing that your shoulder and you're going to be fine. And any emotional residue that comes up later today that you're going to release, and that you're safe to feel these emotions. Sometimes it can be a memory of your mom, and other times emotions come up with no thought. And so knowing that you're safe when emotions come up related to your shoulder, that you're safe. And the adult Dr. Marissa is here to support the child Marissa that didn't feel safe and that didn't feel supported and felt alone and not loved, that you are going to embrace the little Marissa and give her a hug and tell her she's beautiful and she's smart and
she's a whippersnapper.
A whippersnapper, right? Yeah, and you're going to embrace that little Marissa that didn't get the love and validation and support that she needed, that you're here for her now, and knowing you're safe. So I'm putting energy into your left shoulder. I am imagining in my mind you moving and be like, wow, like, okay, I got this. I got this. It feels better. And I'm okay and I'm safe, and the pain dissipating. So you can do this on your own. You don't need me, because when you sit and you connect with that body part that hurts, you can do the same thing. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What's the shape? And then not feeling as it's separate anymore, like it's an it. Tell your brain, this is part of me. It's my shoulder. It's not an it. And then whatever memory pops up, it could be negative, it could be positive, but knowing that you're safe, whatever emotion comes up, that you can release it. So releasing emotions, your limbic brain recognizes emotions through tone and vibration and movement. Okay, so when emotion comes up, we release it by tone. So it could be like a or it could be a cry. It could be anything, any kind of tone that comes out of your vocal cords. It puts a spotlight on that body part and the emotion, that stuck energy in that body part. So tone, vibration, and movement. Move it, feel the emotion, and let it out verbally. That is like a tuning fork to that body part that is holding on to that energy, and then that energy will be liberated. So next time you feel an emotion come up and well up, let it out. I will get a pillow. I'll scream in a pillow. I'll scream in the shower and just let it out. And oh my gosh, it feels so good. So it tells your limbic brain, okay, emotion, and this is how it's released. And you can do that on your own. So sit with it, Mhm. And you're a singer now. And that's telling me spirit is like, okay, getting it out vocally, singing, it activates your vagus nerve, which for fight, flight, or freeze for your central nervous system, it brings you down and makes you more calm and relaxed. And so for you at this space of time, comedy, as we talked about last time, my nose was starting to itch and tingle when I hear truth. So when you're like, yeah, I'm doing comedy now, my nose is like, oh, my nose is on fire. Yeah, it's because spirit wants you to tap into what, like those feelings of joy. It helps heal you as well. And so singing, letting out the tone and vibration, and then laughing. And then when you see people laugh, it lights you up as well. And so,
Oh, it totally does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your aura, when you make people laugh, your aura goes, like I see it in my mind's eye. And so those are the breadcrumbs of what will help your healing at this stage of life. Go back to that time and space where you can tell your mom, don't say that to me anymore. Hug little Marissa and protect her from that. But then also envelop your mom within love and light, because she didn't know any better. She was probably done to her. That's all she knew to do to you.
Yeah.
And so you send her love going, okay, go get healing from source, but you're no longer going to affect me because I got little Marissa, and then send her off to get healed by the divine. And so you can do this all on your own, in your own quiet space of your home, and continue. Spirit is like, tell her, continue to sing, because it's going to heal your throat chakra, which when it was shut down when you were smaller. I know you don't have that problem now, but you're healing other times and spaces. And so continue tone and vibration, and it'll help you actually bring more emotional stuff that you stuffed down. Singing is going to help that come up, but don't repress it when it comes up, even though it's inconvenient. A memory might come up where you're like, oh, I don't want to feel this right now. I have the fashion show tomorrow for RLC. But let it come up and just know you're like, okay, yeah, my mascara is, I was crying in the car. Everybody's gonna be like, totally get it. Glad that you had that release. And it doesn't have to be for days and days and days that you are, in this state. It could just be for a moment. You're like, oh my God, this memory is coming up. I'm going to release it. Tone and vibration, crying tears, like, and then you feel so much better. And that
we're out of time.
Sorry, I'm going to go on and on and
on. But real quick, what is the blood clot stuff going on? What does that mean?
Yeah. I'll have to tap in to see blood clot. That is actually, it's having you slow down. So it's having you not travel. It's having you, okay, so what spirit is telling me right now at this, okay, you're reparenting your soul at this point. And what that means is sitting in the sun for at least 10 minutes in the morning with your eyes closed, getting that, your cortisol levels up. Dr. Huberman talks about it. Okay, slowing down when you eat, just being very intentional, slowing down, cleaning your house slower.
I don't clean, so.
You don't? Okay, so okay, so the message is to slow down and be more intentionally in your body. And so when we do stuff fast, we're in fight or flight. So eating slower, whatever you do, it's the blood clots spirit is saying is having her slow down, because you're avoiding stuff by overworking, doing this, doing that. You need to slow down and be more somatically aware. So the blood clots now are to keep you centered, slow, and then to go within. And it doesn't sound fun, I know, because
it's not that it doesn't sound fun. The worst thing you can tell me is to slow down. So I'll just sit with that.
Right.
And thank you so much, Shannon, for coming in and giving me the information that I don't necessarily want to hear, but I'm open. That's what they say. Anyways, thank you so much. And I hope you all got something out of that and are going to sort of be good to yourself and allow yourself to heal.
Yes.
It's all about balance, peace in, peace out, world peace. Oh, how do they find you?
Instagram is thegraceful_healer, and my website is thegracefulhealer.com.
Fantastic. Peace in, peace
Thank
out.
you,
World
Dr.
peace
Marissa.
through inner peace. Now go and have the best day ever. I'll
Yes.
see you tomorrow.